When your sense of self is clearly established within you, the opinions of others lose their power. You know, words may still reach your ears, but they no longer penetrate your identity. Mhm. The stronger your internal clarity becomes, the less external noise determines how you see yourself. You know, most people are affected by what others say because their identity is still under construction. Uh, When the foundation is uncertain, every opinion feels like a verdict. Praise inflates you, and criticism deflates you. Mm. But when you know who you are, that is your values, your strengths, your flaws, most importantly, your direction. Other people's words become information rather than definition. You can listen without absorbing everything. You know, feedback becomes useful. Mhm. Insults become irrelevant. And approval becomes optional. Clarity within creates emotional stability outside. You know, psychologically, a stable identity protects the mind from constant validation seeking. Mm. When people rely on external opinions to define themselves, the brain becomes trapped in social comparison and approval cycles. Mm. And this leads to anxiety, overthinking, and people pleasing. A well established sense of self changes that dynamic. The brain begins to evaluate opinions instead of automatically internalizing them. You develop cognitive boundaries. That is the ability to distinguish constructive feedback from projection or criticism rooted in someone else's insecurities. Self definition reduces emotional volatility. You know, spiritually, knowing who you are is a form of alignment. Uh, It means your inner awareness is stronger than external influence. When you're anchored in your truth, you no longer search outside yourself for confirmation of your worth. Huh? The opinions of others become passing echoes rather than guiding voices. You know, this inner clarity allows you to move through life with quiet confidence. Mhm. Your direction comes from your inner compass, not the shifting winds of public opinion. You know, in short, when you're firmly rooted in who you are, the words of others lose their authority over your identity. Mhm. You can hear them without being controlled by them. Self knowledge becomes your shield, your compass, and your grounding. The clearer you are about yourself, the quieter the outside world becomes. You know, my people heal. Hmm? Heal.